Hello chess lovers, Suren here, and in this video I would like to share with you another fantastic game from 2018 chess.com Isle of Man International Chess Tournament. With the white piece is playing 13-year-old German chess prodigy Vincent Keymer, who holds the title of International Master and is being hailed as Germany's greatest talent since Emanuel Lasker. And his opponent is legendary chess player Boris Gelfand. Now let's see what happened on the board. Keymer started the game with d4 and knight f6 by Gelfand, c4, e6, knight f3, d5, knight c3 and c6. We have the semi-Slav defense. Here white has two main options. Either can play bishop g5, which leads to very sharp lines, but in the game we see a comparatively safer e3 move, which restricts the dark squared bishop from its natural development to g5. Knight d7, queen c2, bishop d6, bishop d3, we see castling by both sides, rook e8, and everything is ready to go for e4. D takes c4, bishop takes c4. Right now the threat is e5, that's why black responded with e5, stopping white's further advancement. Rook d1, e takes d4, knight takes d4, queen c7. Already the pawn on h2 is hanging. We see g3, knight d5, bishop retreats back, bishop h3, bishop g5, and knight g4. The knight is coming to support the other knight on f6 and bishop f1. White wants to get rid of this active light squared bishop on h3, and we see the exchange of bishops on f1. Bishop e5, knight f5, g6, knight h6 check. We see the exchange of knights on h6, knight g4, bishop d2, rook d8. Black is centralizing his pieces. King g2, queen e7, h3, knight f6, rook e1, queen c5, rook d1. White also centralized his rooks, and we have an equal position. Queen c4, bishop g5. We see the exchange of first pair of rooks on d1 square, b5, f3. White is strengthening the pawn on e4, b4, queen e2. White is offering an exchange of queens, but Gelfand responded with queen e6, knight a4, queen takes a2, queen c2. White is now coming after the pawn on c6, c5 was played, and knight takes c5. White is winning back the lost pawn. Rook c8. Well, if we move like queen takes b2, then after the exchange of queens on b2, white can play knight d3. If bishop c3, then white can capture on f6, and then on b4, this is going to end up in a draw. That's why Gelfand still decided to keep on the board his queen and played rook c8, rook d2, queen a5, bishop e3, queen c7, queen d3, queen c6, king f2, bishop c7, knight a6, and rook d8, which is a mistake. Well, it was better to play bishop a5, and the players have equal chances. In here, by the way, capturing on a7 is not a good idea because black can play rook d8, and if queen e2, then bishop b6 check, and in the end of the day actually black is managing to win a piece. This is going to be winning for black. Let's go back in the game after knight a6. As I've already mentioned, Gelfand played rook d8, after which Keymer simply captured on b4, queen e6, and a powerful move by Vincent Keymer. Queen takes d8. Look at this queen sacrifice. Of course, queen c3 was also playable. With that move, white still could hold the initiative, but this queen takes d8 simply looks astounding. Bishop takes d8, rook takes d8 check, king g7, bishop d4. Right now the threat is knight d5. That's why Gelfand played king h6, unpinned the knight, but actually queen takes h3 could have been better. If rook d6, then queen h2 check, and black queen can start chasing white king with great chances of giving a perpetual check. But in the game after bishop d4, we see king h6. Now comes g4, knight d7. Another mistake by Gelfand. He's allowing the knight to jump on this active d5 square. f5, rook h8, f takes e4, and f4. Right now the threat is g5 check, and then rook takes h7 checkmate. For example, if queen takes d5, then g5 check. You should give away your queen, otherwise can get checkmated. That's why after f4, Gelfand played knight f8, but now comes g5 check, king h5, knight f6 check. Look at this black king h4, and after knight takes h7, Gelfand played a desperate e3 check, and after bishop takes e3, he resigned. Right now white is threatening to give a discovered check and checkmate black king. For example, if king takes h3, then knight f6 check followed by rook takes h7 checkmate. That's why after bishop takes e3, Gelfand resigned. A very fascinating game, I think, played by 13-year-old chess prodigy Vincent Keymer. Thanks for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this game. For more games, consider subscribing to my channel. I will see you in the next video.